Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I've got another unboxing for you with one of our latest review guns. But first, before we get going, the usual couple of notes. Number one, everything that I talk about on my channel, including this, is linked on the blog links page, which is consequently linked in the YouTube description somewhere down here. Number two, we are in a place that is designated just for handling firearms, and there is no ammunition or anything like that present anywhere near me. Three, all the firearms that you see, including this one, is unloaded. Obviously, this one's is unloaded because it just came in. And finally, number four, everything that you see on the channel, including this and the ammo that runs through all of the test guns, is all funded out of my own pocket. So if you feel like supporting the channel, throw me a super thanks. Now, on with the unboxing. So as we can see, we've got a Henry. Henrys are awesome lever action rifles. They're made really well. They've got a really, really rich history behind them. And I thought it was high time to get my hands on one. This is my first serious Henry. I will roll in somewhere on the screen here the model number and name and specs and stuff like that. This is a steel big boy Cygate in .44 Magnum. So the typical Henry box is actually a box, and notably they say made in America or not made at all. We flip it open and we've got our lever action rifle. First, though, we've got some documentation here. This is the owner's manual, which you should definitely read. We've got just like a little hangy tag dude here. We've got an ammo inspection tag from the people at the factory that made our gun. And on the rifle itself, we've got a little note that says, inspect for ammunition, do not pull the trigger. This thing was test fired at the factory. Verify the chamber, make sure you don't shoot yourself, etc., etc. So let's get rid of that. Now, as far as other stuff in the box, that's kind of it, man. You get the gun and some paperwork, and that's just about it. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's take a look at our rifle. Kind of hard to get it all in frame here, but as you can see, pretty awesome looking. So again, this is a .44 mag. It's got the big loop here. It's got the side loading gate. The receiver is also drilled and tapped for optics. It's got the traditional Henry, I believe this is walnut wood furniture with some nice checkering here and on the foregrip here. We've got buckhorn sights with a little brass bead in the front. And so we've got this cool brass loading tube here that you can drop rounds in from here. We've got a sling swivel loop here and another one on the buttstock here. And we've got a solid rubber butt pad with, it looks like, yep, the Henry logo on there. Now, as far as the action goes, it's pretty standard lever action fare. Got a big loop lever here, and in order to chamber a round, you run the lever. That moves a round from the loading tube into the chamber, and it also cocks the hammer at the same time. The trigger is single action, so when you pull it, it just drops the hammer. Now, to load the next round and to eject the spent round, you run the lever again. Now, this particular model, again, is chambered in .44 Remington Magnum or .44 Special. It'll run those two. It's got a 20-inch barrel, and I believe the tube houses 10 rounds. Now, again, this is my first grown-up lever action that isn't a .22, so I'm super excited for this thing. I'm going to get this thing out to the range and run some rounds through it and update you all on how it does. If you're interested in that, go ahead and throw me a like or a comment to show the algorithm that you like what I'm doing here. As far as videos coming up, I've got a more detailed first impressions look at this thing now that I've had it out to the range for a little bit. So if that's something that interests you, make sure that you're tuned in. That's all I've got for you this time. So until next time, stay safe.